Hello everybody, it's Sharzad. I'm so excited to be back at ModaMob making lots of celeb tutorials for you guys. Today I have a Kylie Jenner inspired look, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Keep on watching. Okay, you guys, I am gonna start with Oil of Olay Regenerist, just a little moisturizer on my face so it doesn't get all dry. It's a drugstore find. I've been using it since I was, about 10. So I really like it. And it's a great drugstore find. Did I just say that? Because I'm gonna say it again. So next up, I'm just gonna kind of let this like sink in, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of primer on. This is Prime Time, and it's actually got a little BB cream in it, and it's got a little bit of color in it too. So it's got a little bit of everything in it, and it's from Bare Minerals. I totes love it. I like to put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then for this, I'm just gonna get a little bit of my fingers and then just put it on like I would a lotion. Yeah, or whatever. That didn't make too much sense, but that's okay. So whenever you use a primer, it's gonna help your makeup just to like last all day. For me, I am a very oily person. I'm an oily beast. So it also helps sort of minimize my oiliness, helps the makeup glide on smoother. It's just a great product in general, and Bare Minerals makes really great stuff for your skin. So if you have kind of sensitive skin, it's a good brand to check out. Speaking of Bare Minerals, I am gonna use their original foundation, and it's actually a powder. So I know you think foundation, you might think something liquid, but this is powder. So I'm gonna take a little fat chunkaroonie brush like this one, dip it into my product, tap out any excess, and then just buff it into my skin. So I'm gonna start with my forehead, and then in just kind of circular motions, just sort of buff it into my skin. Into my skin. So this is a product I actually use like on an everyday basis because I feel like my skin can just really breathe when I wear this. So I really like it. And again, it's buildable. So if you want more coverage, you can just keep adding layers until you feel like you have the coverage that you need. Okay, I need some concealer because I have a little baby who doesn't like to sleep. So let's go ahead and conceal all those dark circles. And then another thing I like concealer for is just covering up any scars, blemishes. I get a little red around my nose, so I like to cover that up. Just basically try to conceal anything that doesn't make me look pretty. Okay, so you can use, for concealer, you can use foundation brush, you can use a concealer brush, or you can also use your fingers, whatever works best for you. Today I'm gonna use this foundation brush. So this is my Makeup Forever concealer palette. So I'm gonna kind of mix a couple different colors together to just sort of custom blend and whip up a color that I think works for me. This is a great palette because you sort of change shades as the seasons go by, so you can kind of just always customize and whip up the perfect color for you. So I'm also gonna put concealer on my eyelids. Concealer, foundation, they can always act as like a shadow base, which is just gonna help any shadow stick on your eyelids, or it's just gonna help even out the skin tone on your eye. And just sort of brighten your eyes in general. Just doing a little triple combo right there, just a little of this. And I'm gonna put it around my nose and make sure I blend it in so I don't look like a crazy person. Oh look, I'm awake. Oh look, I've slept. Yay! Now I'm gonna do a little bit of brows. So I love this Maybelline Define-A-Brow. It's one of my go-to products for brows. It's a great drugstore find. I really like that it has a little comb on the end so you can brush your brows. And then if you just do a little of this, you can twist up, and it's got like a nice kind of waxy consistency. And this part's really skinny, so it just fits in really nicely with your brows, and I think makes it look a little bit more natural as opposed to those sort of like thicker brow pencils. So I'm just gonna fill in my brows, extend them a little bit, fill in any holes, make them a little bit longer. Kylie is rocking like a nice, perfectly groomed, fierce looking brow, which I love. So I'm gonna try and look like her. Let's see if it works. Remember, your brows don't have to be exactly even. They're sisters, they're not twins, okay? Remember that. Did I teach you something new today? I hope so. All right, extending a little bit more. And then you can always brush them in, and just even out like the product and make it blend with your actual brow hairs. Okay, I'm gonna jump into eyes, and I'm gonna grab this awesome Ben Nye blush palette. Now I know I said it's a blush palette, but I can also use some of these colors on my eye. So it looks like Kylie has just like a very subtle sort of matte brown shade like in her crease to just help define it a tiny bit. So I am gonna grab a fluffy shadow brush like this one from MAC and just take a little bit of this like really neutral matte shade, tap out any excess, and then just run it along my crease. So it's gonna be really subtle. Like I said, it's just gonna help sort of define my crease a little bit, and it looks like it's matte in the picture that I'm looking at. So make sure you use a matte shadow. But really any color like this one will work. So she is rocking just like a nice little cat eye right on the edges of her eyes, and it looks super duper cool. So I'm gonna use one of my favorite products. I was so happy when NYX came out with this bad boy. This is called the 2-timer liner. So on one side, it's like a felt liquid liner, and on the other side, it's your basic like black liner, which is awesome. But today I'm gonna use this felt tip liner. And I'm just gonna sort of start in the middle of my eye, like where my pupil is, and then just wing it out. And remember with liquid liner, it can be a little bit tricky, so just start off slow. And if you make a mistake, use Q-tips and eye makeup remover. That's what I used to do. Now I'm gonna just put a little bit right there in the inner corners of my eyes, just to kind of even it all out, but just a tiny bit. I definitely want it thicker towards the end of my eye and very cat-like. Now time for mascara. So I know I mentioned that I love L'Oreal Voluminous, but I also really love this one too. This is Maybelline and it's called the Rocket. And it's just really good at making your lashes long and separated, which is kind of the look she's rocking. So yeah, this is a good one. It's got a big, fat, chunky brush, and again, another great drugstore find. So gonna add quite a few coats on the top and the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna let those dry a little bit, and now I'm gonna go on to the lips. This is such a like 90s lip look to me, and I love it. Girls bringing it back. I'm not mad at that. Okay, so I am gonna start with liner, which I know may sound weird. Maybe not, I don't know. I don't know how you guys like to do your lipstick. So this is from YSL and it's number 18, and it's just a really nice kind of like brownish color. So, and the key with this look is to just kind of really overline your lips. Not like crazy overline, but you know, make them look nice and big. Who needs collagen when you can just put a lot of lip liner on? All right, so starting in the middle, I'm gonna try and talk while I do this. And then I'm gonna bring it all the way out. See, kind of overlining. Okay, and I'm kind of like blending this liner in with my finger. I know it seems weird, but whatever works, right? I'm just gonna add a little bit more in there. Kind of fill it in just really lightly, and then kind of blend it in with my finger. So it looks a little soft. I don't want it to look like a super harsh line. And this lip look is very matte. There's no glossiness, there's no shimmer, no sparkles. Okay, now, this is where it gets real fun. I'm gonna take this fun little blush palette and I'm gonna use this finger. That's clean, I swear. And I'm just gonna dip my finger in there and I'm just gonna mash it into my lips. Now, I know this may look weird and maybe you've never seen anybody do this, or maybe you have and you're already totally a pro. But this is gonna help give your lips like a super matte look, and it's gonna kind of blend with the liner and just give that like big soft pop. You gotta practice your bitch face too. This Kylie. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna do a tiny bit of blush, and I'm gonna use this big fat guy from Gorgeous Cosmetics. And I'm gonna use this one because it's the most subtle, like really light shade that I have, and I just want to lead a little bit. And then what I love to do is take a little bit of the blush that I used, get an eyeshadow, fluffy eyeshadow brush, and then just a tiny bit in the crease. Love to do that. Tiny bit. And then I think just a little setting powder and we are good to go. Kylie Jenner. Okay, I'm gonna use my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil powder. I love it. I can't say enough good stuff about it. And this big old fatty from Gorgeous Cosmetics. Little dippy dip, little tappy tap, and then just dust it all over my face. And then I'm gonna do something very, very, very technical. I'm gonna mush my lashes up like this. Just mush them up. You can use a curler if you want, but if you don't have a curler, guess what? You can use your fingers. So when your lashes are a little bit on the drier side, actually preferably when they are dry, you can just literally take your fingers and just like mush them up like this and like hold them like this. See, don't I look pretty? And if you want, you can put lashes on the ends. You can really accentuate the eyes. It's totally up to you guys. But this mascara is great, like I said, for getting that long separated lash look. So she's all about big lashes, big pouty lips, and I love it. Like I said, she's bringing the 90s back. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this Kylie Jenner inspired makeup tutorial, and I hope to see you guys next time. I love you to bits. Leave me lots of comments, requests, and that's all for today. Gotta go. Bye. Can I turn this a little bit more? You're giving me the weirdest look right now.
Green?
Yeah. I was like, is there like a huge booger coming out of my nose right now? Sorry, I was so prepared. Where's my liner? The ends, you can like really accentuate the eyes.